Dance of Death. Have you ever wondered what happens when two people decide that losing isn't an option, even if it costs them their lives? We've seen Gojo delete forests and Megumi summon shadows, but today, Yuji and Nobara are going to show you the true meaning of sorcery madness. They are poisoned, they are bleeding, and their hearts are literal ticking time bombs. But instead of running, they are about to pull off the most legendary, soul-shattering combo in the history of anime. The Winged King has descended, but the black sparks of the soul are about to fly. This is episode 20, The Winged King, and you better hold your breath, because once the black flash sparks, there is no turning back. Scene 1, The Toxic Rain. The atmosphere beneath the Yasohachi Bridge has transformed into a graveyard of purple mist and stagnant water. A heavy rain begins to fall, but it brings no relief. It smells of ozone and rotting blood. Yuji Itadori and Nobara Kugisaki stand back to back, their breathing perfectly synchronized despite the poison coursing through their veins. Opposite them stand the death-painting brothers, Eso and Kichizu. I remember the heat of the black flash back in the forest, Yuji narrates. I remember the rhythm of the soul, but he senses something different in these opponents. They don't fight for a grand ideology, they fight for each other. He can see the grief in their eyes even as they attempt to melt his skin. He warns Nobara that if they slip for even a millisecond, the poison will turn them to ash. Deep inside, Sukuna mocks them, calling them children playing tag with death, urging Yuji to stop thinking and start killing until only the smell of burnt spirit remains. Scene 2, The Supreme Art of the Winged King. Eso, the elder brother, lets out a guttural roar, ripping away his robes to reveal the grotesque, weeping face embedded in his back. His cursed energy spikes to a terrifying level as two massive, jagged wings made of solidified, acidic blood erupt from his shoulders. Supreme Art, Winged King. With a single flap, he sends hundreds of needle-like blood droplets toward the duo. The blood is sentient, tracking them and sizzling against the concrete. Eso taunts them, claiming his rot technique. Decay is already inside them. With every heartbeat, the poison travels further. In 10 minutes, he claims, they will be nothing but blackened flesh. Nobara, looking at the purple, rose-like sores spreading on her arm, just smirks. 10 minutes? I've done my makeup faster than that. Scene 3, The Gamble of a Madwoman. Nobara Kugisaki does something that makes even Eso freeze in his tracks. She doesn't retreat or look for an antidote. She reaches into her bag, pulls out her straw doll, and places it directly onto the poison sores on her own arm. She raises her hammer, her eyes wide with a manic, terrifying joy. To be a high-level sorcerer, you have to be a little crazy. While Yuji has physical power and Megumi has tactics, Nobara has the absolute certainty of her own ego. She is telling the universe that she is willing to suffer more than her enemy, and that is why she wins. You said our blood is connected now, right? She grins like a demon. Then let's see whose soul breaks first. Cursed technique. Resonance. Scene 4, The Symphony of Agony. A massive shockwave of blue energy ripples out from Nobara. Miles away, Kichizu and Eso both let out a scream that sounds like their souls are being torn in half. Massive, ethereal nails erupt from their chests, spraying blood everywhere. They are being hit from the inside. The decay that Eso was so proud of has become the very wire transmitting Nobara's killing intent. Yuji realizes this is the only window they'll get. She did it, he thinks. I can't let her sacrifice go to waste. He becomes a blur of movement, his boots skipping over the water under the bridge. He ignores the burning in his muscles and the black spots in his vision. He is a tiger unleashed, closing the distance to Esso in less than a second. Scene 5. The Black Flash Duality. Esso tries to bring his wings around to shield himself, but the pain from the resonance is too sharp. Yuji pulls his fist back as the air around his knuckles begins to spark with dark, violet electricity. This is the distortion of space itself. At the same time, Nobara prepares her final nail. They are moving in perfect unison, a dance of death choreographed by desperation. The sound of the world vanishes. For 0.000001 seconds, there is absolute silence. Then, the universe shatters. Black flash. A dual eruption of black and crimson lightning lights up the entire bridge. Yuji's fist goes clean through Esso's defense, caving in his chest. Simultaneously, Nobara's nail pierces Kachizu's skull, detonating with a force that turns the smaller brother into a cloud of purple ash. The shockwave is so great it clears the rain for miles. Scene 6. The Tears of a Curse. The battle is over, but the air remains heavy. Esso lies in the dirt, his body flickering as it begins to dissolve. He isn't screaming in rage. He is looking at the spot where Ketsuzu disappeared and weeping. Actual, human tears fall from his eyes. Yuji stands over him, his face filled with a painful realization. These weren't just monsters. They were brothers who loved each other. Why were they crying? Yuji whispers. Nobara, wiping blood from her mouth, tells him the cold truth. Because they were alive, Itadori. And because we had to kill them. She reminds him that they are the executioners, and if they hadn't acted, every person in the city would be dead. Scene 7. The Awakening of the Eldest. Far away, in a dark room filled with the scent of incense, Chozo, the eldest death painting, opens his eyes. He feels it in his blood. 2 of his brothers are gone. His cursed energy flares. A deep, predatory red that fills the room like a physical weight. Yuji Itadori Nobara Kugisaki, he growls. I will carve your names into my heart. Geto Suguru steps out of the shadows, smiling. He says their death served a purpose. The Sukuna fingers are back, the vessels are battle-hardened, and the stage for Shibuya is nearly set. Scene 8. The Promotion and the Promise. In a high-end Tokyo restaurant, Gojo Satoru is eating dessert, looking perfectly relaxed. Across from him are Mei, and Aoi Tudo. Gojo slides 5 envelopes across the table. Recommendations for promotion: Meiki, Panda, Tuge, Megumi, Nobara, and Yuji. Gojo wants them all promoted to grade 1 immediately. Tudo grins, but warns that the higher-ups will be terrified of their growing power. Gojo's eyes glow behind his blindfold. Let them be scared, he says. Very soon, grade 1 won't even be enough to survive the night. Scene 9. The Cliffhanger. The Shadow of Shibuya. The episode ends with a shot of the Tokyo skyline. The lights of Shibuya are bright and bustling. But as the camera zooms out, a massive, translucent curtain is beginning to form over the city in the far-off distance. It's barely visible, but the countdown to chaos has begun. Ending. The ticking clock. The bridge has fallen, the brothers are dead, and the Tokyo students have officially stepped into the big leagues. But as the promotion letters are signed, a shadow is falling over Shibuya that no amount of cursed energy can stop. A traitor is still walking among the students, Choso is coming for blood, and the strongest is about to be tested like never before. Is the brotherhood of our heroes strong enough to survive a literal bloodbath? If you felt that double black flash in your soul, smash that like button and subscribe right now. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss the first episode of the final earth-shaking arc. Who do you think is the strongest student right now? Vote in the comments. The next episode, The Quiet Before the Chaos, will finally reveal the mole. The curtain is dropping and the clock is ticking. To be continued.